The aliens are coming. Again, apparently. This time for real. You know, we've done how many alien episodes where it always seems like, you know, everyone's got their eyes to the sky waiting for life from another planet to show up on our front doorstep.
I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it on the TikTok shorts.
Yeah.
Because if you watch one all the way through, like if it scans your eyes and it's like, here's more.
Yeah.
And so I gave it probably an embarrassing amount of attention, and then I capped the whole thing off with going over to YouTube and being like, well, what does the experts say? And they're like, it's a comet.
Yes, it's a comet coming.
So I don't know.
Yeah, so is 3-Eye Atlas a comet, or is it aliens from another planet? We'll have to wait and see. I think we got at least 2 more weeks before that thing shows up. But anyway, in light of the aliens that appear to be on their way, I was looking for a cool video that we could maybe react to. I got this one from Mystics of India. It's titled Michikaku and Sadhguru on Aliens Secrets Revealed. And this was only done, 9 months ago, so it's somewhat relevant still, I think. We'll take a look at it and we'll react.
Do you think it's possible that we're the most advanced life form in the universe?
Probably not. I think that aliens in outer space don't use rocket ships. They don't use that rocket ships because they crash, they have problems with gamma rays, radiation, food, whatever. They've digitized themselves, placed their consciousness on a laser beam, and there's a laser highway. A laser highway that could be right next to the Earth, for all we know, carrying the digitized souls of civilizations, and we're totally clueless. We're so stupid, we don't even know that that's how the aliens move from place to place.
I'm saying generally the popular imagination of a UFO, craft will come and land, somebody will come out of it. So you're thinking like this because that's how human beings operate, all right? That we will go land somewhere, then the door opens, we come out. How do you know that's how they also do it? That's not how it is.
One thing is clear here, this we are 100% sure, is there's a tremendous amount of activity in the lake, and this activity is… the nature of the activity is such that it has nothing to do with anything that we know as life on this planet. It's something totally different. It's life, but not the way we know it.
I have living experience with certain extraterrestrial life forms.
You do?
Yes, there are a whole lot of videos which I've spoken about. I have a reputation of being very logically correct. Now I don't want to lose it by talking about it to everybody. But in exclusive groups I've spoken in detail, I've made other people experience these things. Very profound experiences of life which is not of this planet. But it's not like a craft will land, they'll open the door, they'll come out. This is all your own thing. You parked the car, you opened the door, you locked the door, you came out. This is your thinking, all right? It is not necessary other life should operate the way we operate. It is nothing like where we are. It's something totally different. So, people have seen things here and there. Some of it could be mistake, some of it could be exaggeration, some of it could be just total lies. But definitely some people have seen something, some people have experienced something. There's no denying, everybody will not be lying. There is no denying, it is there. But we are thinking just the way we are, they will also be. All we can think is a little bigger ears, little bigger eyes, maybe 3 eyes instead of 2. This is just exaggeration of what we already know. Leave the imaginations aside. Is there life beyond us? It would be very pompous to believe that in such a vast cosmos, we are the only evolved life on the planet. In the universe is itself a very pompous belief system. Definitely there is more life, and it is done… we've done things with it in the past.
We've done things with it?
Yes, we've done some experiments with such life, we have made people experience this very strongly.
When you say we, who do you mean?
We as a group, we have done certain things with…
You?
Yes.
So how?
I don't go into it.
Why not?
I have a reputation of being very logically correct.
Well, if you're logically correct about extraterrestrials, wouldn't that be beneficial to people that are hearing this?
No.
Why?
There are… see, our logic is related to our existence, the way we are made, all
Yes.
right? The way the existence is made doesn't fit into our logic. This is the biggest mistake that modern societies are making. You're trying to fit the existence into your logic. No, your logic has place in the existence. Existence cannot be… you can't fit it into your logic because your logic functions between binaries of two. You and me have to be there for logic. The whole spiritual experience itself is not logically correct because the experience of life is beyond two. There are no binaries in spiritual process. When I use the word spiritual, I am not using the word spiritual the way religions are using. They're talking about a spirit which goes and comes and whatever, not in that sense. If you experience your life beyond your physiological and psychological construct, then you're spiritual.
So you mentioned it, which is already the most difficult thing to do. Now to talk about it, you feel like would somehow or another discredit you. I don't understand that because
See, because there is only thus far that your language goes. When you speak something, human languages, I have to be logically correct, otherwise you cannot speak.
But how are you experiencing this thing? Can you just tell me how you're experiencing these things?
See, in certain spaces, there are very strong presence, which is when you feel the texture of that life, you know it is not like anything that we know here. Obviously, it doesn't belong here. It has a different source than the life that we are. We have done experiments where we attracted certain life which doesn't have any texture of earthly life.
And how do you conduct these experiments?
I used certain people to invite them into their bodies, and what happened there is totally unbelievable for people because I'll tell you a simple thing.
Just as an experiment, we set up one body and set up this body like an invitation.
The weather was already like nearly zero, kind of sub-zero kind of atmosphere. It was in Tibet. And I kept a bowl of water about 3 inches above the head.
I was asked to lie down in Shavasana. It was like a 1000-watt electricity just passing through me. And after that, what I felt was something was placed on my head. I really had no idea what it was, but it was extremely hot to the point of discomfort that was placed on my head.
When I just opened her up a little bit and set up a situation for that, they just simply rushed through her system in such a violent way, entering through the Swadhisthana and leaving through the Sahasrara in a brisk moment. I knew that if we restrain, it'll generate temperature and it could cause damage to the person's body. So we kept a bowl of water just above the head when the person is lying down, just about 6 inches away from the head.
And when this life entered and I tried to hold it within that body, you won't believe, this bowl which is 3 inches, the person is lying down on the ground, on wet soil, they just put a bed sheet and this person is lying down. This bowl is about 3 inches above the head on the ground. The water started boiling. There are over 200 people watching the water boiling, all right? Because it created so much heat, then I let it go because it could burn up the person, fuse out that person in some way. Because the moment it felt trapped, it created such heat. The water is actually boiling 3 inches away from the…
Did you film this?
Huh? From a distance they filmed it, bad filming, they were not really looking for it, but
Why?
it is there.
And how many times has this happened?
We did this about 2 times we did it properly, another time we did a mild one. After that, I thought I will go spend time there, which has never happened. And above all, it doesn't serve any purpose like that,
It doesn't serve a purpose to experiment?
It is more to know, not it doesn't serve a purpose as to how you can use. I have to admit, I was stepping into an area where I don't know a damn thing, okay?
Right.
So you could make a mistake and take somebody's life or your own life or something like that.
I don't know. about
Yeah.
those aliens.
Yeah.
Interesting story, I've heard so many alien stories over my life, and for me, when it comes to the aliens, when they do show up and I can actually, shake their hands and they can show me something cool, then I'll probably pay more attention to it. I think for now, I'll probably sit back, I don't mind the conversation. I don't mind listening like what we just did there to what they have to say, but it doesn't excite me. I don't get excited inside like, oh, I think it's close. It could be happening anytime soon.
Yeah. There's the respectful way to, talk about this and the sensitive way. And then there's kind of like the fun way. And I'm going to do, I think, both.
Okay.
So the fun way is to kind of poke fun at Sadhguru there. Sadhguru's I'm not punching downwards here. He's a huge world phenom. There's lots of people that like him. But it's just funny. It's like, is there ever a desperate, like, does the master ever go a little kooky and people are like, what's he doing? He's like out in a field with a lady with a bowl. Like, is it ever like, stop the master. That's enough now. You know what I mean? Like, you're not making any sense. Does he ever go a little kooky? In the movie Jesus Christ Superstar, it starts off with Judas singing about Jesus, and he's like, what happened when we just were hanging out and having a good time, and now you're like saying you're God? What is going on? You've gone nuts. Not really, but like that's kind of my interpretation of it a little bit. Is sometimes world famous gurus maybe do a little funky things, and who knows what that is. Now the more serious way of putting it is you don't know. With all due respect to Sadhguru, none of us were there. Yeah. And the only thing we got was choppy camera work. Yeah. Why was that? Was that a concern for the camera?
Well, with Joe Rogan was like, did you film it? And it was like, it was far away.
But why? Why wasn't the camera closer?
Why didn't the camera run up there?
So that all being said, to entertain the idea of anything of these guys are saying, first of all, it's all super duper speculative, like what that guy's, even the guy's idea, which was like, we're so stupid. It's like, well, why couldn't it be both? Why couldn't there be aliens that travel on light beams, and why couldn't there be ones of a physical nature? I don't know. Do you? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. And so I'm saying, who knows what the hell's out there? Why is it always elsewhere? Why is it always so like... It's just like you said, it's not enough even to get excited about. Yeah. Now that being said, aliens are still an exciting topic. Still fun. We still love to go see movies about them and fantasize and all that. But, when I got my appendix out, they put me on morphine, which is an opioid. It was for my surgery until after I came out, and it was for medical purposes, and there wasn't a problem afterwards, other than it was just painful reintegrating. So, but it's also like a pandemic in the States, or whatever you call an epidemic. Yeah. Sorry. It's also an epidemic in the States. Yeah. Some things are okay in measure, but some things off the rails are kooky town. You know what I mean? You got red strings all over your garage. You can conspiracy it out. Just play within your limit, like the gambling. Oh yeah. Thing, but for real. Actually, don't go crazy with it, because you don't know, man. You don't know, and don't give way to like. I know. How profitable would it be to be lost in some kind of delusion or something like that? Now, I don't know. It could be real. I'm not denying aliens. I'm not denying anything. Yeah. Maybe that stuff really did happen to Sadhguru and those people. You just don't know because it's so far away. So what good is a story other than to like? It's a distraction from probably more important things you could be up to if you're getting lost in it.
Yeah, well, that's I think the crux of it, right? Like, what are you spending your time on? It is fun. I find fun sometimes entertaining notions of aliens. I don't get too caught up with it because right now, I have so many other things that are like tangible, like physical things that I actually have to take care of right now, that I can't spend all my time looking up at the stars or fantasizing about aliens.
People making bold statements on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're going to see, man. Everyone's going to see in 2027.
You know how many times
everybody's going to see this November? Like, you're going to see. You're right. We've reacted to stuff where that was essentially the message like years ago. Years ago, that was the message. Yes. And I'm not being a smartass. If they actually did come, it wouldn't be stupid that I was just pointing out that Are you sure? You know that meme? You sure about that?
Yeah, you remember wasn't that long ago? Was it a year and a half ago, where they're like all the alien guys were talking in Congress? It was like really serious, like sitting in front of panels talking about like alien technology.
Mm-hmm.
And those same guys and offshoot guys who've been on Joe Rogan were like, without a doubt, it will by 2027. You're all gonna.
Well, maybe it will
happen.
Maybe it will.
You know,
I can't care enough though.
Yeah, but those same guys are like, I don't even know. Like, I've heard the same thing for like previous years, 2026, 2025, 2024. Always, like 5 years
So you
out.
feel disturbed, right? You're gonna like do something, right, about it. What are you supposed to do?
I know.
Build a shelter or something like that.
I'm optimistic.
But have a bomb shelter, maybe.
I'm
maybe
optimistic.
Maybe it's good to do if you have the resources. Why not have like some kind of like a disaster shelter?
Mm-hmm.
But not all of us are like in the place to just willy-nilly build a disaster shelter.
Maybe the answer is that if humanity truly, actually, like honestly wanted to see aliens, they would just show up on a dime. I don't know if humans even really want aliens to show up. But I'm just saying, who knows how it all works? We could be the very ones that are preventing them from even showing up. But
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
just do people really want a tsunami to show up when it shows up and wipes out their town?
Yeah.
Do they want that? I don't think they want that, but it happens anyway.
Yeah.
Like reality still seems to be doing something. Doesn't it? I don't know. Or maybe I'm an idiot for thinking that cause and effect still exist.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Guys, let us know about this 3i Atlas thing. For those who are actually monitoring, tracking us, maybe you can let us know in the comments what you think about it, whether or not you think it's real. There's pieces of the story that we're missing here. Hopefully for you guys out there that are into this stuff, you enjoyed our reaction on this. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and everyone, until next time,
Stay spiritual.